These eyes have seen a lot of history.
It took us 2 weeks to go across the Pacific.
These hands have fought for their lives.
Bombs are just continually going off.
And our freedom.
Because of what we did.
Their minds have been tested.
I wake up in the night having daydreams about Vietnam War.
Their bodies scarred thousands of miles away.
Both my legs were shattered.
Other than the difficult terrain, one of the greatest challenges was to locate an adequate supply of usable water.
They sacrificed their youth.
21st birthday, I was drafted.
For the future generations.
It's great to meet the giants on whose shoulders we stand.
And they weren't always honored.
They says, we don't care what you did in the Army.
But it's never too late to salute their service.
The Buffalo, New York, the Buffalo, Niagara, on the light.
With veterans, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and the Cold War.
They're going to finally get the welcome home they fully deserve.
Homecoming you never got.
Yeah, never expected anything like this.
We need to get their stories out here.
And lucky for us,
This honor flight is just amazing.
They're here to tell us those stories.
I'm Air Force veteran Will Lamar.
Leo J. Robetsky.
I'm Bill Rudd.
Corporal 124 127 76.
Daniel Barnett. Dave King, United States Navy, 65 to 69 in submarines.
Don Armstrong, United States Army Security Agency.
Tom Taylor, an Army veteran from Angola, New York.
Bill Wheeler, Army veteran.
Greg Brem from Sanborn, New York, the U.S. Navy for 6 years.
Frank Navarro, Marine veteran from Buffalo. My name is Ed Kirchhoff. I'm from Jamestown, New York. I'm Kenneth McCurvey. I'm Jimmy Spence, Army veteran from Randolph, New York.
Bob Berger, Navy, from Cambridge, New York.
Paul Thines, United States Coast Guard. I live out in East Amherst.
Ralph Gardner was in the Navy.
All is gorgeous. And I am a veteran from Niagara Falls.
Georgian Zenner, Navy veteran from Blackport, New York.
Mike Gusick, U.S. Air Force.
Steven Zetluko, Army veteran.
Dave Shimoleski.
Bob Kunkel Jr., Army veteran from Niagara Falls, New York. Navy veteran Bob Rupp.
Dick McElroy, Navy veteran from Angola, New York.
Steve Harvey, veteran from Vietnam. I am Air Force. I worked on C-130s in Vietnam.
Army veteran Tom Hayes.
Robert Koza from West Seneca, New York, a Navy veteran.
Paul Bielak, Army veteran, Angola, New York.
World War II veteran Warren Richard from Grand Island.
Hello from Washington, D.C. for a 7 News special presentation, Voices of Our Veterans, Buffalo Niagara Honor Flight's 20th mission. I am Michael Schwartz with the absolute honor and privilege to be accompanying 34 Western New York veterans as they make the trip back to our nation's capital for this incredible trip. Good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Mission 20. Let's hit the road.
And what better way to fly to D.C. than with Southwest on their Freedom One plane?
It's just unbelievable. Yeah.
Excited?
Oh yeah, now I am.
We are so honored to be in the presence of so much greatness.
On the flight, I sat next to Leo, a Korean War veteran from Silver Creek, taking in all the new views.
I have never been lower than Pennsylvania.
And on this trip, he was in for many surprises, as was Army veteran Tom Taylor. That's Tom's daughter, Tammy, who just landed at the next gate, taking 2 flights from Houston just to surprise her dad. Walking through a standing ovation from passengers at every gate that continue through the entire airport, leading us out onto our voyage.
Make way for Buffalo, Niagara, honor flight. God bless our veterans. God bless America, land of the free, because of the brave.
So I sat next to you guys on the flight. You guys were great people to sit next to. I enjoyed that. But I learned that you're not related.
No.
And you really haven't known each other for that long, right?
Not at all, no.
Never knew him.
Kevin Madison met Leo just 2 weeks before our trip.
My dad's a Korean War vet, and I'm retired Army, and my very first duty station was at Korea.
Kevin's dad died in 2003. He's been waiting years to accompany a Korean War veteran on this trip in honor of his father. Did you feel your dad with you on this trip?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It hits me right here. So this has been a great honor to be able to show him for the first time Washington, D.C. and all the memorials that they offer, especially Koreans.
Our first stop, the Korean War Memorial, for our 4 Korean War veterans, including Leo, Ralph Gardner, Bob Rook, and Stephen. He spent a year in Korea.
21st birthday, I was drafted in the Army.
My buddy and I joined the service. We didn't even think about the country or nothing. We joined for adventure. I just asked him, Joe, let's go join the Army. He said, I'll pick you up tomorrow morning. And we beat the draft by about 7 months.
This memorial has 19 7-feet-tall stainless steel statues of soldiers, each with a poncho that protected their equipment in the cold winters in Korea.
We slept mostly in tents. It got to be 30 below zero in the winter, 110 in the summer. Yeah.
You just did it, right?
It's a generation where they just did.
By the time the Korean War ended in 1953, more than 36,000 U.S. service members had been killed, a toll that unfortunately rose a few years later in the conflict that followed, Vietnam.
I spent longer in the Army hospital than I did in active duty.
Army veteran Bob Kunkel Jr. of Niagara Falls was one of the 300,000 Americans injured in Vietnam. He was wounded twice.
The second time, both my legs were shattered. And I spent almost a year and a half in the Army hospital.
Together, in the National Mall, we headed past the Washington Monument toward our next stop, the Vietnam Memorial.
I don't know if I'm going to go by it.
You don't know if you're going to go by it? Why is that?
I've been there. I know more names on there than a few people I know still alive.
In Vietnam, more than 58,000 U.S. service members were killed. Among them, Corporal William James Hillard II.
Everybody knew Billy.
Army veteran Don Armstrong was a few years ahead of Hillard at Randolph High School near Jamestown.
He was very outgoing, nice kid, very nice kid.
In 1969, just 2 weeks after Billy turned 21, he was killed in action. A bridge dedicated to him now spans across West Main Street in Randolph.
I know when one of our pilots didn't come back,
Okay, no problem.
we were loading his trunk.
Also taking time to remember here, Vietnam Navy veteran Bob Berger.
We were loading bombs on the planes, and they were bombing people, killing people. And it's like, you don't really think about it at the time, but it's like, oh my God, what did I do?
Do you still live with that occasionally?
Yeah.
That'll never leave you? What helps?
My wife, my son, family, you know, they really don't, I didn't really talk about it, but if I need help, they're there.
Guilt is something that many of these men have lived with for decades.
And I see a counselor once a month.
Like Mike Wagner, the Vietnam War has also haunted Paul Belak.
Place to wake up in the night having daydreams about war. I went to counseling for 3 years.
Belak is a Purple Heart recipient.
I got hit with an RPG round in Vietnam.
Really? What do you remember about that as much as you would like to share?
Oh, we were on road security that day, and we were working out of Nui Bao Den with road security, guarding the base of the mountain there, and we got hit. They come in and direct hit us, and we lost 2 of our guys, shrapnel wounds.
Do you still feel the effects from that?
Oh, I still have it in me.
Really?
Yeah.
There's pieces of Vietnam literally still in you.
Yeah.
Scars and memories that are still vivid decades later.
I'm going to be 75 years old, but you ask me what I am, I'm a Marine.
Wagner started his service when he was 19 years old.
In 1969, I just graduated from Kensington High School.
Wow.
On June 23rd, on the 23rd of July, I was on my way to Parris Island.
Wagner was first sent to South Carolina. He was one of the oldest on the Buffalo Bills platoon, a group of 70 Marines from the Buffalo area.
You get yelled, screamed at. We got our head shaved, and drill instructors took off and just right in your face.
What was going through your mind then?
Boy, did I make a mistake. You know, I got the negative and baby killing and stuff, but mostly, oh, you were in Vietnam, and then it was like, and I felt small and low. And I shouldn't have, but I did.
But just to come back and everybody's like, baby killer, and
it sucked.
Got to the airport, I'd switch out in civilian clothes.
When I came home from the service, I took my credentials from my school in the service to the local telephone company. I graduated third in my class, and they says, "We don't care what you did in the Army."
The hippies, Jimi Hendrix, it's like that kind of music, Woodstock. Yeah. When I left, it wasn't like that. When I came back, it was like I thought I was on another planet.
A couple of the guys in the service told me that when I do get out and go back to the world, which is what we call the United States, you're going to find all your friends are different. It's not that they're different. You're different. You've changed. You've grown up.
Air Force veteran Mike Gusick felt the difference, too, when he came back to the U.S. after serving in Vietnam.
That's what I found when I got back. A lot of my friends had their jobs, their careers going, everything.
Gusick served 4 years, going into the service in 1970. So you were just a teen in South Buffalo.
Got out of Bishop Timon High School, went to Bethlehem Steel for 6 months, and then I went into the service.
Gusick worked on the ground at Cam Run Bay Airport.
Basically, baggage ticket handler, and I did a little bit of security. I did a little bit of everything.
His security training was needed when the airport came under attack.
We call them sappers. They snuck in through the fence. They got into the ammo dump on the south end of Cam Run Bay, and at that time we had bombs in there that were called, well, at that time we called them Moabs, which is mother of all bombs. So they got in there and a couple of them went off. I worked 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. that night, so I was on all night. And of course, as soon as the first bombs went off in the ammo dump, the whole base went under security, and this was pretty serious stuff, so I had to go get my M16 security gear, and I took over security duties at a door. So yeah, that was probably the scariest, because it went on all night because bombs were just continually going off.
What is it like being here?
It's humbling for everything that we've seen.
So then it really shows when you're on a trip like this how much you're appreciated.
Yeah, going through the airport was pretty wild.
I get teary-eyed when I see these people clapping, saying thank you.
Yeah.
It really means a lot.
Well, I think you're about to get another applause right now. But now the times have changed, and these students waited to meet and thank every veteran that went by. You know, we came to the nation's capital on a pretty hectic weekend, the 250th birthday parade of the U.S. Army. There's so many plans, roads are closed, but it is important that we have an Army veteran here from World War II. Warren Richard, who lives in Grand Island, is 98 years old, and he had a pretty incredible trip.
It's been a great day. What an experience.
Warren Richard was one of the 16 million Americans who served in World War II. Today, less than 1% are alive to share their story.
Everybody was involved some way or another, and they need to remember that. I mean, you think it can't happen again, but it can. You see it on the horizon now.
This great-grandfather taking in this trip with his two sons.
I can't tell you the emotions that I have just, about my father and the service that he gave and how proud I am. It's going to be an experience of a lifetime. Oh, it is.
And little did they know the true thrill that would happen just seconds later.
These are 11th Airborne. Oh.
Lieutenant Dingle, Brown, and Kennedy are with the 11th Airborne, the same division that Warren fought under 80 years ago.
I'm all sweaty, sir. You sure are.
The past 11th Airborne meeting the current.
I knew immediately it was the 11th Arctic.
Honor Flight volunteer and Army veteran Maddie McIntyre spotted these soldiers as they jogged through the National Mall.
I looked at him and we just looked at each other and I looked at their shirts.
It's far few you get to meet these guys. Like, there's only a couple that are left, so just seeing and hearing from the experiences I'm a history major, so I love this stuff, but it's incredible.
That's history right there.
Yeah, it's just living history. You don't really get to see it often these days. My grandparents were in the World War II generation. They died off, so just even having him now is just something you can't replicate reading a book. So
an inspiration?
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, I'm proud of those guys though.
The 11th Airborne had been discontinued for decades after Warren served, only to be reactivated in 2022. 11th Airborne, you were in it in what year?
45, 47.
So to meet people in the 11th Airborne in 2025, that's pretty wild.
It sure is. That's a good story, isn't it?
Yeah. But this story still wasn't over. That night, these three lieutenants told the rest of the 11th Airborne about Warren.
We want to say hello to you.
The next morning, Major General Joseph Hilbert, the commanding general of the 11th Airborne Division, surprised Warren at the hotel, spending time with him at breakfast, along with the rest of his staff and the original three lieutenants. Warren giving them a challenge coin.
Oh, man. All right, you can do that, but then I'm going to do this for you here.
Why was it so important to be here?
As we celebrate like 250 years of the Army's birthday, it's 250 years in history, but it's made a year at a time. We reactivated the 11th Airborne Division in 2022. There's been a lot of gaps in its history, but to find one of the original 11th Airborne Division soldiers, that's huge for us. We celebrate our division history every day in Alaska with the things that we do, and we've got the history on the walls. We can see the photos, but to see it in real life, that's a once-in-a-lifetime chance. If you look at 250 years of Army history, we stand on the shoulders of giants. And so it's great to meet the giants on whose shoulders we stand.
Thank you.
We make surprises.
No, this is not. Thank you. That's all I can say.
No, we appreciate you. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys all coming. It was still in my lifetime. Really, guys. I think 80-some years ago.
Yeah.
And you guys are all back in service, so it's a real thrill. Yeah.
We're your legacy. We're your legacy.
Later that day, Warren and three of his fellow veterans had the honor of placing a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown.
Please follow me.
It's tradition on Honor Flight to remember those who died for our freedom and way of life. By visiting graves at Arlington.
Marble, and rolling hills, and those are thousands and thousands of kids.
One tradition that Honor Flight would not be complete without is mail call.
This is the time of the dinner that we recreate mail call for you.
Replicating the joy that these men got decades ago when their family and friends sent them packages overseas.
Don Armstrong, raise your hand way in the back. George and Sita.
Family, friends, strangers, and students creating cards to send to these men during this Honor Flight trip.
Thank you for your service. You really helped in making America the strongest country.
Says, thank you for your service. I really want to be a military worker, but it feels and looks too hard. I know that you can live your life happy you are a veteran. Happy Flag Day from Carrie, Mrs. Orlando's third grade.
What was it like to actually get mail call when you served?
Yeah, I cried.
Did you?
Yeah. After the first couple of letters, I don't like to write. And so I bought tape recorders and I mailed one to them and I kept one, and that's how we corresponded.
Who was the biggest person you wanted to get a letter from?
My fiance at the time, who is now my wife.
Was she consistent with writing letters?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Is your wife's letter here?
Wishing you a wonderful trip. You deserve it. These are memories that will last a lifetime. Love you, soldier. Sorry I couldn't be there. Thank you for your service. You're the best. Nancy.
This is from your grandkids. Dear Grandpa, thank you for your bravery and service. May God continue to bless you. Have a safe trip and enjoy the amazing experience. Love, Lee, Nikki, Declan, and Danica.
I was young. I was only like 19, 20.
You're still a boy.
So, yeah, and away from home from the family for the first time.
Mr. Harvey, thank you for your service. I hope you really enjoy your trip. You are a great Vietnam veteran. I hope you enjoy being honored.
Alan Dan.
Wow.
Alan.
It's just unreal. It's just very honored that.
And the last one in the room, opening his piles of cards,
Someone made that for you.
Warren Richard.
Dear Mr. Richard, thank you for everything you do. I really appreciate what you do for us and our country.
So after witnessing these old traditions, it was finally time to head back to Buffalo with a new perspective on service, new friends, and memories that we'll never forget, just like those who served for our country.
How about a round of applause for the heroes, the American heroes?
But there was still one more final surprise waiting in Buffalo.
They finally get the welcome home they fully deserve.
A lot of these men came to an airport after Vietnam and had to go into the bathroom, they told me, and change their uniform because of the disrespect that they wanted to avoid. This is a homecoming that is going to be the total opposite of that.
It will be. They're coming off in their honor flight uniforms. When we get downstairs, their families, crowds will be there to give them that welcome home and the respect that they've been waiting for over 50 years.
Mission 20 is now complete. To all of you that never got that welcome home, this is your welcome home. Hip, hip. 54 years and I finally came home.
We spoke about this, about the homecoming you never got.
Yeah, never expected anything like this. Even back then. And this is terrific. This is totally amazing. It feels good. It feels good to be home. With the people stopping now, they don't look down on me.
You got me crying out here.
I'm sorry. I just, like I said, for 50 years I've always felt guilty, and I never did anything. I did my job. But now, look at this. How can there anything but this? I tried.
God bless you all. Thank you, everybody.
It's really good to finally come home. Yes. We finally have everything the way it should be. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate it. It's so good to know that I'm appreciated.
Very much appreciated. Wow. That was, that got the works going. Yeah, that was amazing. That was the homecoming that we said so many waited so long for. So there's not much that I needed to say during this trip, because the moments spoke for themselves because of the men who fought for our freedom and for us to be able to share these stories with you right now in this present day. That's going to do it for us. The voices of our veterans will forever live on and never be silenced. And this, of course, amazing honor flight only emphasizes that. Thank you to all veterans for their services and their homecomings that are well deserved.